Welcome to Houston, Texas. We're at Minute Maid Park. That's where these fans are coming into. It's been the home for the Astros since the year 2000. And today, the Mariners look to win their 5th consecutive ball game on this road trip. Welcome to Mariner Baseball, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, and we are ready for action. Nori Aoki ready to lead things off for the Mariners, and he has been getting on base with regularity lately. Part of the success story that is the Seattle Mariners, 17-11 with a 2.5 game lead on Texas in the American League West. Doug Fister, former Mariner, first pitch off the plate for ball 1.
Okay, in last night's ball game, in 5 plate appearances, he reached base 4 times.
Puts it on the ground to Correa, and there's one away. Take a look at the rest of the Mariners batting order.
Well, we talked about it a lot. Robinson Cano leading the major leagues in RBIs with 30. He's in the 3rd spot. You can see what he's done on the road trip, a .556 batting average. Martin, Aoki, and Seth Smith on base last night 10 times. So the 9-1-2 hitters, all of them on base 10 times last night. The reason why Robinson Cano has all those RBIs. Plenty of guys to drive in. Doug Fister on the year, 5 starts, a 4.60 ERA. 16 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 29 1/3. A lot of walks for Doug. Control type pitcher. Opponents hitting .263. He's given up 5 home runs this year.
Here's Seth Smith. Looks at ball 1. He had a huge at bat, 7th inning last night. Drove in 2 with a single to right. And that ended an 0-for-12 run for him.
And it was another situation. A.J. Hinch, manager for the Astros, brings in the left-hander, Tony Sipp, to try to get him out. Typically, you might see a pinch hitter in that situation. He leaves Seth up there. Seth hits a breaking ball into right field to drive in 2 runs. So Scott Service really doing a nice job on this trip managing the ball club.
And 2 is a big swing and a miss. No Tony Sipp tonight. They do not have a left-hander in the bullpen. His wife giving birth to a child here today, so he went home. So no left-handers in the bullpen this evening for the Houston Astros. 1-2 to Smitty, up high.
And the Rangers have the shift on. You're going to see that a lot tonight with a number of the hitters in the lineup for Seattle. There's a look at the defense.
Fly ball going to center field, backing up Carlos Gomez. 2 outs.
Take a look at the defense for the Astros. Brought to you by American Family Insurance. Colby Rasmus in left field had last night off, back in the lineup at left field. Luis Valbuena getting his first start in the series at 3rd base. Gonzalez moves from 3rd, played 3rd last night, over to 1st base. And Jason Castro came on as a pinch hitter last night. He will get the starting nod behind the plate. For Fister in his last outing against the Athletic, 6 2/3, 7 hits, just 1 earned run. He pitched well. Obviously, he made some adjustments. 1 walk again against the Mariners. He had walked 7. He had 5 strikeouts, 95 pitches for Doug.
On a good roll right now, Robinson Cano. First pitch swinging. Dumps it in front of Gomez. Base hit. How about that?
It's going good. It's going good. Right off the end of the bat.
Wow. He's now 8 for 23 against Doug Fister, and the hitting streak lives at 6.
And already 4 hits in the series, and we're only in game 2. Had 3 hits last night. Right off the end of the bat. 86-mile-an-hour fastball, which is about the average for Doug Fister. We'll also see a cutter at about 82. He likes his curveball. Curveball average is at 70, so some slow curveballs, an occasional changeup.
We've seen Robbie on this run be very successful, first pitch swinging in several at bats. Nelson Cruz, the hitter.
Saw it last night, a similar type swing on a high fastball that he hit right back up the middle on line drive.
3 defenders left side for Nelson Cruz. Looks a strike. Home plate umpire tonight is Manny Gonzalez. Ben May at first, Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, at second, and Laz Diaz at 3rd.
I think Nelson Cruz, with the shift on him, had some tough luck last night. You saw 0 for 5, but Springer in right field made a diving catch and take a base hit away. And Altuve, when he tried to hit it through the hole on the right side, was able to make the play and throw him out.
He's hitting it hard. Like seeing that. 1-1 count. Bounce foul. Any active field. Any active field. He went into quick defensive throwing position. That's why I was laughing. Here's your highest batting averages. American League leaders as DH. A Joe Mauer comeback. Seeing him all over the stat page. Good for him. Just already 1-2 here to Cruz. Foul that off. Ofer's last 5, but as Mike detailed, been a fairly hard 0 for 5. And he foul tips in to the glove of Castro. That'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the home first. Taijuan Walker against the Astros coming up. Jimmy John's delivery of the game. It's Jose Altuve. Yesterday led off the game with a home run. Back-to-back games that he's done it, 6 for the season. We got to get a nickname to him, sort of like Stan the Man Musial or something like that, because he's terrific. Let's take a look at the rest of the Astros batting line.
Well, and along with the home run that he led the game off last night, he finished 4 for 4 with a home run, a couple of RBIs, and a double in last night's ball game. Colby Rasmus, again, back in the lineup. He will hit cleanup. 7 home runs on the year for him, 22 RBIs. And Jason Castro struggled earlier, starting to come out of it a little bit, so you have to be careful with the number 9 hitter for the Houston Astros. For Taijuan Walker, 5 starts on the year, a 1.80 ERA in 30 innings, 29 strikeouts, only 3 walks. Opponents hitting .241 against Taijuan. He's given up just 1 home run.
Wow, this is a must-see TV. Good fastball against a terrific hitter. Didn't offer it the first pitch. Strike 1. Altuve, when he homered yesterday, homered for young Dylan Jindal. Youngster wheelchair bound, and they had a good conversation before the game. Ground ball, Seager backhands. Kid asked Altuve to hit a home run for him. Altuve said, well, I don't know if I can guarantee that. And the kid said, yeah, you can do it, and he did.
Mariners defensive setup brought to you by American Family Insurance. Seth Smith getting the start out in right field. Adam Lynn back at first base, and Chris Iannetta will do the catching tonight. Taijuan Walker on the mound for the Mariners.
Here's George Springer. Taijuan, his 10th start against the Astros. It's got to play.
One of the things I like, and you mentioned it, Taijuan, with the good fastball. I look at it all the time, and when his average fastball is between 94 and 95 miles an hour, that's good news for the Mariners. Again, against the Astros in the outing at Safeco Field, he was 95 to 97 almost the entire time he was out there, all 7 innings. Had a career high 118 pitches, 76 of those for strikes.
Through experience in his young career and A lot of molding and shaping by various coaching staffs. His attitude is such that he's feeling real good about himself, as shown by the fact that coming up and in on guys with regularity now. And yeah, you got a problem with that.
Yeah, no, he will throw his fastball inside quite a bit. And now I think that helps his changeup and his curveball. That right there was one of the best sliders we've seen from him. We've been talking to Mel Stottlemyre about it. He says in the bullpen he has a good one. In the game he had a tendency to overthrow it, but that one 86 off the outside corner. Pretty good pitch. And there's 94. The bottom of the strike zone, did not get the call.
I love what Mel said. It's good as Chris Archer's slider. Of course, Archer, outstanding pitcher, their #1 starter for the Rays, who we'll see next week.
Talking about pitching inside, his strike percentage on fastballs inside this year is at 66%. So over the last few years, that number is up for him.
That's a great sign. And we're starting to hear the buzz as we go around from city to city about Taijuan Walker. Here's a foul ball. Seager didn't take a chance.
And another slider. That one he was able to get to the outside corner, left it up a little bit. Kyle Seager starting to heat up.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's good to see. Got a couple of hits last night, including a double.
Pitch number 7 coming up to George Springer, who's 3 for 12 career with a home run against Taijuan.
Excuse me, I said double. It was a triple last night.
That's right, legged it out.
Yeah.
That one's tagged. Deep right center field. Going back, Martin to make the catch. 2 down.
We talk about how valuable it is to have a center fielder that can cover a lot of ground at Safeco Field. Well, it's important here, too. It's 436 feet to dead center. And on the 7th pitch, an elevated fastball up out over the plate. Drives it out to right center, but there he is again, Martin. He's been able to run down everything.
Nice catch.
Talked about it much. Everybody was talking about the pitching and Cishek with his 9 for 9 in save opportunities, the way the Mariners were swinging the bat. But one of the plays in the game last night was Martin in center field. Altuve hit a ball about 3/4 away up that bank, and Martin raced back, quickly got the ball back into Marte for the cutoff, and they were able to nail the runner at the plate. So it was a good relay combination, and it started with Martin, who was hustling the entire way and made a quick throw to Marte. He really played well in the outfield.
Scott Service said that play should not be overlooked. He said from 436 feet, he makes an accurate throw. And then, you know, he hits the cutoff man, and Marte threw it about another 250 feet to get it in, and that was a great throw. I was talking to Carlos Gomez about that. You're trying to throw from that hill. It's murder. I mean, you make that step, and you're going straight downhill.
That's what was, for me, that's what I was watching last night. Not only did he make a strong, accurate throw, but how quickly he was able to get rid of it.
Yeah. Fly ball deep right field. Trouble gone. Bat 4 rows up. Carlos Correa. 5th home run. 1-0 Astros. 14th RBI. Correa had been just 1 for 8 against Taijuan Walker, and he gets a home run here. First home run given up to a right-hand hitter by Taijuan.
And it's on the changeup, 86 miles an hour on the inside corner. Inside out swing for Correa.
Jump ball. Either one of those guys got it. There's Colby Rasmus. Shift over to the right side for him.
So last night it was Altuve in the first inning, and tonight it's Correa hitting home runs, solo home runs in the first.
39 home runs for the Astros, so they take a 1 home run lead over the Mariners atop the American League. Rasmus had last night off. 1-1. Just 2 home runs given up by Taijuan on the season. 1 lefty, 1 righty. Long run for Aoki near the line. He's there to make the catch. Home run by Correa has Houston on top 1-0 as we head to the second. Seager, Linden, Iannetta coming up. Now for a Coors Light cold hard facts. And we check this out. Most home runs for players born on May 6th. Well, Willie Howard Mays, happy 85th. Gerardo Parra, Dick Wakefield, Jose Altuve, his 26th birthday. Walton Cruz, Phil Clark, and Mike McCormick. Altuve has been off the chart here in the early going of this season. Run it down next time he comes up. Great accomplishment so far. Seager, Linden, Iannetta here in the second against Doug Fister. Seager, 6-game hitting streak working, 10 for his last 25. There you go on the road trip. He's done good things. Starting tonight at 2:02. Popped up, playable. Left fielder Rasmus coming in. We mentioned that Tony Sipp not available for the Astros in their bullpen, their left-hander. His daughter had a daughter born today, Zoe Chanel Sipp. Congratulations to the Sipp family. Here's Adam Lind. Fister out of Merced, California. Doug was with the Mariners, enjoyed going on many a caravan trips in January with him and various hospital visits. Good guy. Astros load up on the right side against Adam Lind.
Doug has never been a hard throwing right-hander. But he typically does a good job of throwing strikes. He likes to work quickly. This is a line drive, unfortunately, right to Springer. But he'll try to sink the ball again. His fastball is going to be 85, 86 miles an hour. And right now, there's been a number of fastballs up in the zone, so you hope the Mariners can take advantage of that. The last pitch was a fastball in the middle of the plate, right at the top of the strike zone. Adam hit it hard.
Astros lead 1-0 on a Carlos Correa home run, his 7th home run in 5 games. Houston's 7th home run in 5 games this week. Meanwhile, Texas leads at Detroit 3-0. Chris Iannetta, the hitter. Chris 0 for 3 last night. Fly ball center field for Gomez. It'll be an 8-pitch inning for Doug Fister. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. When we come back, Evan Gattis, Carlos Gomez, and Luis Valbuena against Taijuan Walker. 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here in Houston. Saturday, the 14th, is Kyle Seager bobblehead night when the Mariners host the Angels at 6:10. We've seen the Gold Glover at third. Now bring him home when you're one of the first 20,000 fans through the gates at Safeco Field. Great seats still available at mariners.com. Real pleasant day here in Houston. 82 degrees and the humidity was not a factor. Easy walk to the ballpark today, easy walk around the golf course. That may not be the case our next time down here when
it will not be.
You get up out of bed and you're in a full sweat. Marte, and he throws it away.
He has been playing so well at shortstop, and we talked about it a lot with the improvement on his footwork, and I'm not sure why he decided to sit back on this. Gaddis can get down the line in pretty good shape. You see it start to charge it, then he kind of gets in between, double clutches it.
Chain in his mouth. So Marte, his 5th error of the season, most on the club.
Really surprised he didn't continue to charge it and run right through. Would have been an easier play that way, which is typically how he'll try to make it.
Sure. The always energetic Carlos Gomez. Slow start for him. No homers, 4 runs. Batted in. Push button, a good one. Robbie got there in time. What a lovely play by Adam Lind with Cano getting there in a nick of time.
And good reactions by Cano. A heads-up play. There's so many times on a play like that the second baseman will end up getting there late. But Robbie takes off right away. You can see it. This is going to be trouble if Cano isn't running, because Taijuan certainly can't get there in time, and Adam Lind flips it to Cano. It looks like he is out. Good play by Robinson Cano.
Come on, Mike, say it. Head first slide.
I figure you would take care of that. Fortunate he didn't break some fingers on that.
Thank you very much.
I can appreciate the hustle, but
runner at second. Luis Valbuena, the hitter. Mariner for a cup of coffee a few years ago. Didn't mean to start with you there.
I'm glad I caught the tail end of the second replay.
That's a foul ball.
Well, they mentioned it earlier. Houston has been able to hit the ball out of the ballpark, and they've been doing it lately, but hitting with runners in scoring position has been a challenge. Hitting just .217 as a team.
A.J. Hinch, second-year manager. .28 of their 39 home runs are solo blats. Be careful with Valbuena over his career. .214 hitter against the Mariners, about 8 home runs. Hits this a long way. And right before he gets up Towles Hill, Martin makes another nice catch.
A couple of running catches by Martin. Taijuan Walker keeping him busy out there in the outfield, able to get it back in quickly. Gaddis, the runner at second, ends up staying there because of that. Next year, that might be a home run. When you take the hill out, shorten the fence in center field.
Get a lot of happy hitters. Marwin Gonzalez playing at first base. Was at third last night. He's got a big tool bag. He could do a lot of things for it. Switch hitter. Off to a slow start as well, hitting just a .190. Astros lead on a Correa first inning homer. 2-0. 2-1 record, a 1.80 ERA for Taijuan Walker.
Taijuan in the outing at Safeco Field against the Astros, he threw a lot of fastballs against him, and he had a plus fastball. Again, he was 95 to 97. Hasn't been the case tonight. He hit 94 a couple of times, but a lot of 91, 92s.
5th in ERA coming into tonight's game, 5th in the American League. Way behind here at 3-0. Gonzalez batting in the 8 hole. Jason Castro, the catcher's next. Castro has got considerably hotter since we saw him in Seattle. 3-0. Jumps on that offering. And into the seats, front row, 2-run jack, 3-0 Houston. These guys do. They hit home runs and they strike out. Home run leaders. They've now overtaken the Mariners. +2.
And the other thing that the Mariners are certainly aware of is A.J. Hinch will let them swing 3-0 even if you're the number 8 hitter in the lineup. And you see a 90-mile-an-hour fastball elevated out over the plate, probably middle away.
Taijuan might be 5-1 career in 9 starts against the Astros, but having a tough go here tonight. Here's Jason Castro. Hit .320, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in, 10 walks with an on-base percentage of .514 his last 11 games. Be careful. There's a strike. So the Mariners will have to fight from behind once again. Breaking ball for strike. Swing and miss. 1-2. The first Marwin Gonzalez home run of his career with a man on board. He had previously 25 solo home runs to begin his career. Now the second base umpire shifting. Everybody's moving. Jeff Nelson moving over to the right side. Three and two. Two outs. Here's the payoff to Castro. Fouled off. Pitch number 7 coming up. There we go. 3 and 2 one more time. Fouled off. Castro and the Astros were in town. He was hitting around 116. Altuve's on deck.
Watching Taijuan so far in the first 2 innings, Dave mentioned his average fastball this year at 94. He's been 90, 91 on a lot of his fastballs tonight. Every starting pitcher goes through it. You're going to get 30, 32 starts, and you're not always going to have your best stuff, and I don't think he does tonight. So he's going to have to pitch a little bit more, maybe use his curveball and his changeup more.
Put an end to the second inning, and it's slowed up by Marte. Nice job to block it There's NHL quality block right there and a throw to get the out. 3-0 Astros. On Monday, as you look at the Astros up 3-0 top of the third on Monday, King Felix is going to take the hill against the Rays at 7:10. So cheer on your Mariner Ball Club from the King's Court, where for $25 you'll get a seat, a King's Court t-shirt, and a K card. Go to mariners.com/Felix for your tickets. And we're looking for the big bounce back. Although it was more the two defensive plays that cost him errors that cost him the other night.
You're right. It was a bump play, and he was a little bit indecisive. Billy Burns, one of the faster runners in the league, was able to beat it out. That ended up loading up the bases, and then a play at the plate, a little comebacker to him. He ended up dropping it.
Tel Marte leads it off. Looks at strike one. He's got a 6-game hitting streak working. He'll be followed by Landis Martin and Nori Aoki. 3-0. Couple of home runs here tonight by the Astros. Solo shot by Correa in the first, 2-run homer by Gonzalez in the second. One and two the count.
A little unusual the first 2 innings for Doug Fister. Recorded the 6 outs, 4 of them in the air. Typically he wants to keep the ball on the ground, and so far in this inning the 3 pitches to Marte have all been down in the zone, which is more the way Fister likes to operate.
Slap foul. Marte starting the day at 287, tied with Robinson Cano for the club lead. 2-2. Mariner offensive profile, 7th in batting, 2nd to the Red Sox in runs scored, 5th in hits, number 2 in home runs, number 2 in ERA. And the starters are right up there in the rankings, as are the relievers. And just got a piece of that to stay alive.
Well, the number that Scott Servais, Jerry DiPoto like is they are 3rd in on-base percentage. Mariners rotation 2nd best ERA in the American League behind Chicago, 5th in the major leagues. 2-2. Put it in play. Here's Correa. Have to hurry. Marte beat it out. Base hit. One bright young shortstop trying to get another, and Marte wins that confrontation. And that's one of the things, the advantage of putting the ball in play. We've talked about it a lot. Marte Doesn't try to hit it hard, try to do too much with it, just puts the barrel on it and then gets out of the batter's box in good shape, and he just beats it.
Some action in the Mariner bullpen. Michael Guipe is throwing in earnest.
Well, when you looked at Taijuan today, and we mentioned it, his fastball at 90-91, he seemed to be moving his arm around quite a bit after each pitch that he was throwing. Maybe he was just tight and wasn't able to get loose. That'll happen from time to time, and hopefully that's all it is.
Second Mariner hit. Here's Martin. Looks at ball one. Leonis 3-game hitting streak, 5 for his last 12. Heading to count 2-0. Long look by Pfister. Good speed at first to Marte. Foul ball by Martin. 2-1. This has made a couple of nice catches already in this ball game. Right center field on the track, deep off the bat of Springer, and then deep to center. A blast by Valbuena. Back safely is Marte. So there's Taijuan Walker. Guipe throwing. We haven't got any word if that's it for Taijuan. Certainly a look on his face is not what we had expected at this point. Martin can't catch up with that breaking ball. Counts at 2-2. Count runs full. So hopefully Taijuan will be able to come back out. As we mentioned, Guipe was throwing like he really meant it, like he was trying to get warm in a hurry.
Now I'm looking out at the bullpen now. He looks like he's ready to go.
Short right field. Altuve going back. Here comes Springer. They look at each other, and Altuve makes the catch. .3:30 start Pacific time tomorrow. CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Nathan Carnes pitched well lately. Dallas Keuchel and Mariners got to him in Seattle. The reigning Cy Young Award winner. Carnes, look at that, 3-1. ERA down to a 3.81. 29 strikeouts and 13 walks. 1 out, 1 on. Nori Aoki grounded out to short. Last 10 games, on base percentage of .467 entering tonight. He's also had tremendous success here in Minute Maid Park with a .340 batting average.
Had a couple of hits in last night's game. Batting average starting to climb up for him. Main thing is he's been getting on base a lot. And with the way Cano is swinging it right now, that's a good thing. He and Seth Smith ahead of him. Smith came into the game with a .400 on base percentage.
Two to Nori. Still looking for that first Mariner home run. nicely called.
That's up out of the strike zone.
Oh, man, that wasn't close according to the tracer. Nori.
He didn't like it. He let Manny Gonzalez hear about it, too. He has a real good idea of the strike zone, and typically he will fight pitches off, but this is clearly up out of the strike zone. That's above the letters.
They don't get them all right. Two outs. Seth Smith bounces it foul. Couple home runs already for these Houston Astros. Correa in the first, solo, and Gonzalez with a man aboard for the 3-0 lead. Beautiful night here in Houston. It's cloudy but very comfortable. Swing and a miss. Seth 1 for 10 against Doug Fister. Correa, the shortstop, playing up the middle. Marte. Here's the look at his lead. 0-2. Ball one. Well, an umpire misses one that badly. Hope he does his own self-correction.
You would hope so. Or maybe in Aoki's next at bat, give one back to him.
As Diaz said, he did not commit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So far, Mariners with just 2 hits. Cano in the first and Marte just a few minutes ago. Now Castro and Fister talk things over.
42 pitches for Doug, 28 strikes. Had much better command than in his first outing against the Mariners when he walked 7 batters.
.21 pitches this inning. He had 21 combined in the first 2 innings. Runner goes, pitch down low. Castro's throw, and Marte's in there safely with a stolen base. His 3rd of the season. He's 3 out of 4.
Take a look at it. Pretty good jump. Strong throw by Castro. If Correa had been able to hold on to the ball, it would have been a close play. Mariners with a couple of steals last night. Martin with 2 steals in last night's ball game.
Mariners have done well with 2-out RBIs. See if Smitty can come up with one.
Had a big base hit in last night's game, driving in a couple of runs.
Bouncing ball. Correa's got a backhand throw across his body. Nice play to get Seth Smith. No runs ahead. Brewers and a man left. Bottom 3rd coming up. Let's see if Michael Guipe takes over. for the Mariners, who trail 3-0. Starting pitcher Taijuan Walker out of the ball game after 2 innings, and just moments ago, there's Rick Griffin, the head athletic trainer, and Taijuan's going to follow him down and go back up in the clubhouse.
Well, we just have to hope that maybe he just wasn't able to get loose tonight. Clearly, he wasn't right with his fastball right around 91 miles an hour. And in the second inning, watching him out there, he was moving his arm around a little bit, so thought maybe he'd be able to work through it, but wasn't the case. 2 innings for Taijuan, a couple of hits, 3 runs, just 1 of them earned through 35 pitches. Didn't walk anybody, no strikeouts. And again, tough news for the Mariners. Hopefully it isn't anything serious.
So here comes that man again, Jose Altuve. He'll be the first hitter for Michael Guipe.
His 3rd appearance, 5.40 ERA, an inning in 2/3 as a strikeout, a walk. Good fastball, 93, 94 miles an hour. Hard slider.
High fastball from Guipe. Altuve, Springer, and Correa top of the order for the Astros. There's a strike. Michael Guipe pitching to a fellow Venezuelan. 2-1. Guipe, 25 years old, 6'4", 235. 21 games for the Mariners last year. And a model of persistence. Been in the minor leagues since 2007. Graduated up to Tacoma last year. Went 0-4 with a 2.87 ERA. Was behind here 3-1. Back with a strike. Altuve's reached base safely in 20 consecutive home games dating back to last September.
With the way that he is going right now, he's going to get his hits. Can't keep him from doing that, but I think you need to pitch him down in the zone and make him singles, have him hit the ball on the ground.
Anything up he can get to.
He can, and he's been doing some damage with it. Tied for the league lead with 9 home runs.
Tied with Cano and Donaldson. 3-2. Nice easy play here from Marte. Throws him out. It's one less headache for a few minutes.
Taijuan Walker, we talked about it, looked like he had a tough time getting loose, and after all the fastballs he's throwing, you can see him moving his arm around a little bit. He was shaking on his shoulder. And that's not like him. Typically he gets the ball and gets right back up on the mound ready to go, but he was taking more time in between and constantly doing a lot of that. At one point in the second inning, Kyle Seager made a trip to the mound, which is unusual, and he had a decent conversation with him. Both of them had their gloves up in front of their face, and he was talking, so maybe Kyle noticed something with him too.
Michael Guipe takes over here in the 3rd, 1 down, and here's a pitch swung on and found out a play by George Springer. He sent Martine deep onto the warning track in deep right center field. Martine made the catch. Check swing, 1-1. 1-1. Make that 1-2 the count. Good pitch. Quality pitch by Michael Guipe. First strikeout. There's 2 away here in the 3rd. Make sure you follow Mariners Baseball live with the MLB.com @bat app. Stay up to the moment with Game Day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com @bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Your Mariner fans came glove ready. There's Correa homered on a 1-2 pitch in the first inning.
His 5th home run on the year. Hit it out to right the other way with the home run.
Two 2-0. Guipe last pitched 3 days ago at Oakland. 1 hit and 1 strikeout. Made a season debut against the Astros on the 27th of April. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk and a strikeout. Came up from Tacoma after Joaquin Benoit was put on the DL.
Already seen Gonzalez swing 3-0. He hit the home run, the 2-run homer in the second, so he'll have to make a good pitch right here.
4-pitch walk. First walk on the ball game. Stat Service is concerned right now. It's Taijuan Walker. Sure is anxious to get a medical update from Rick Griffin, the head athletic trainer. Colby Rasmus, the hitter now. He's 0 for 1, flied out the left. And we now are told Taijuan Walker suffered some neck spasms. Ground ball. Cano's there. They get the lead runner. And that'll do it for the Astros in the 3rd. Nothing across. They lead 3-0. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports, being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Comfortable night here in Houston, our nation's 4th largest city. Minute Maid Park opened in 2000. Home of the Astros, who are 9 games under 500 as they battle the first place Mariners, who are looking for their 5th consecutive win and looking to go 5-0 on this road trip.
Middle of the order for the Mariners. Cano, Cruz, and Seager due up.
Probably the big league RBI leader with 30 in his 2011 season, where he drove in 118. First pitch swinging. Oh, fighting it off. Marwin Gonzalez flips to Fister. Probably didn't get his 30th run batted in on May 23rd. 2 times up now. He swung at the first pitch, and he's retired this time.
This one's on the changeup. Hits it hard. You can see Marwin Gonzalez. He can play all the spots on the infield, including shortstop. So good play by the first baseman.
Well, here's hoping for another hot streak coming up for Mr. Cruz. Struck out on a 1-2 pitch first time up. Overload the left side against him. Looks at strike 1. Just joining us, Carlos Correa, solo home run in the first, 2-run shot by Gonzalez in the second. Taijuan Walker out. It's a neck spasms. Michael Guipe has taken over on the mound. Pfister ahead 0-2 quickly.
A little bit of a breeze here tonight, blowing out to left.
Ball and 2 strikes. Right field, Springer is right there. Gonna bring up Kyle Seager, 2 out, nobody on. Kyle 0 for 1, fly to left. We pointed out last night, they got some really good arms in this outfield here. The Astros. And Rasmus can throw, Gonzalez can throw, Springer, and they all are really good athletes.
And all of them can play center field.
Mm-hmm.
Cover a lot of ground.
Doug Fister, 7th round pick of the Mariners back in the 06 draft. Delivers the strike to Seager. Six of Fister's 11 outs, been on fly balls, 3 ground outs and 2 strikeouts. Seager 4 for 14 with the home run against Doug.
Started Kyle off with a couple of off-speed pitches. The first curveball, the one that he threw for a strike, was at 69 miles an hour. That changeup at 77.
2 balls, 1 strike. Texas still leads at Detroit 3-0, bottom 7. Seager drives it right field. Springer does have it measured. He makes the catch. A 9-pitch inning for Doug Fister in the 4th. He's got a 3-0 lead. All right, Brett, thank you. Always like to hear from our Norwegian fans. Evan Gaddis leads off. We hear from a lot of Euros, a lot of folks in London. Michael Guipe on in relief. Taijuan Walker, who had to leave the ball game after 2 innings, neck spasms. Taijuan pitched 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, no walks, no Ks.
And hearing neck spasms, that's actually a good thing.
Stay up in the air. It does. Martin runs it down. So 1 out brings up Carlos Gomez. Tried to bunt his way on. And Adam Lind and Cano connected to make a really nice play to get him out. Right-hander pushed it down the first base line. Big looping swing.
We were talking about it last night with Gomez. He was swinging so hard he kept losing his helmet.
Just the opposite of our favorite birthday guy, Willie Mays, would lose that cap running after fly balls and running the bases. W.H. Mays, 85 years young today. It's Adam Lind. 2 outs. Let's check out our Geico This State in MLB history. Take you back to 1982. Gaylord Perry becomes the 15th player to win 300 games. Did that for the Mariners, with the Mariners against the Yankees at the Kingdom. Here's Valbuena. Flied out deep to center, first time up.
Well, he hit the ball hard. Martin in center field was playing shallow. A really nice running catch on the fly ball right on the warning track. Playing a little deeper this time.
Whitebay's been pretty impressive here.
He's had a good curveball tonight. Typically he'll go with his fastball and slider, but his curveball has been working for him. You can see 79 miles an hour at the bottom of the strike zone.
Two and two. Whitebay has spent part of 10 minor league seasons in the Mariners organization. Here he is in the bigs.
Mariners have the shift on with Valbuena hitting, expecting him to pull the ball on the ground. The outfielder's playing straight up.
Tell you what, 10 years in the organization and just getting up to the bigs last year. You don't hear those types of stories of perseverance.
No, it's rare.
Two and two to Valbuena. Pitch number 7 coming up. In tight. Valbuena, 18 games with the Mariners in 08. Since then, Cleveland, the Cubs, and now in his 2nd year with Houston. Last couple of years, last 3 years, he's really become a home run guy. 25 last year, career best. 16 homers for the Cubs and 14. And he's aboard. Two-out walk in the 4th. Astros lead 3-0. Couple home runs. Correa solo blast in the first, 2-run homer. Gonzalez in the second. Coming up Monday, the Mariners will be returning home to Seattle. It'll be a short homestand, but we're going to enjoy it anyway. I like this long homestand. CenturyLink bringing you this matchup. The King, Felix Hernandez, looking for the bounce back. He's 2-2. He'll go against Drew Smyly. Smiley's done a nice job. 47 strikeouts against 8 walks.
For Gonzalez on his 2-run home run, Gaddis reached on an error leading off the second inning, an error by Marte, and then with 2 outs on a 3-0 pitch. 3-0 green light, hit it in the seats and right.
Bouncing ball to Cano. Throws him out nice and easy, and no harm done by that walk with 2 outs in the fourth. It's a 3-0 Houston lead. For greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. We spoke about Gaylord Perry getting his 300th win. Well, here's some guys chasing 300. Who's going to get there? Might anybody get there? Felix, at age 30, 12 seasons under his belt, 145 wins. And Clayton Kershaw over in the National League, 28 years old, 9 seasons. Both guys models of consistency.
Tough milestone to get to.
Oh, yeah.
Felix get the start on Monday.
Franklin Gutierrez there, available for pinch hitting duties a little bit later on. Although there's no lefties, got to keep in mind no lefties tonight. Tony Sipp out and his wife welcomed a daughter to the world today. No lefties in a bullpen tonight for Houston. 1-1 to Adam Lind leading things off here in the 5th.
Adam hit the ball hard his first time up, was a line drive right to the right fielder Springer.
Last man to win 300 games, Randy Johnson in 09. Besides not walking anybody, what's the big difference in Doug Fister tonight? He walked 7 last time out against the Mariners.
Well, I think that's the biggest difference. The Mariners were only able to get 4 hits off of him in that last outing. But the 7 walks, they hit a couple of home runs. Hopefully that'll happen again today. He's had a number of fastballs up in the zone, and they've just missed him. Kyle Seager hit one up against the fence in right.
Ooh.
Like a slow curveball at 71 miles an hour. We've seen his curveball as low as 69 tonight.
So one away as Doug racks up his 3rd strikeout. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
So the biggest difference for Doug tonight is he's working ahead and he's changing speeds. Kyle Seager in his last at bat saw a pitch in the 60s, one in the 70s, and one in the 80s.
Jeez.
A lot of separation Just missed the outside corner with that fastball. His fastball's been 85, 86 miles an hour tonight.
Pfister gave up home runs to Martin and Seager that last outing. Iannetta ahead here 2-0. Flied out to center in his first at bat. Strike one. Three balls and one strike. Marte is on deck. Third 3-ball count for Pfister. Still hasn't walked anybody.
That pitch was off the plate too.
Ooh,
it also helps when you have that kind of strike zone tonight.
Boy, I'll say.
There have been 4 or 5 pitches that have been off the plate, and he's been able to get the call.
Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire tonight. And ball 4. There's your first walk issued by Doug Pfister. 1 out, 1 on, 5th inning. Don't forget, stick around after the game. For Mariners postgame, it's presented by Delta Airlines. See Felix on Monday. Get your tickets. Come on out as the Mariners begin a homestand that will feature 3 games with Tampa Bay, 2 night games and a day game on Wednesday. Then the Angels come to town for a weekend series. Then the Mariners take off again for another week. Then they'll be home for a pretty good homestand after that.
Mariners with 2 hits tonight. Marte has 1 of them. It was an infield single his last time up.
Pfister tonight, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. No runs on 2 hits. And here's Marte, 2-0 count.
66 pitches for Doug, 40 of them strikes.
Gonna get foul. 2-1. Three and 1. Great opportunity here. 3-1 pitch. Taken for a strike, full count. Tel Marte got an infield hit first time up, extended his hitting streak to 7 games. Doug Pfister with his 4th team in 8 years in the bigs, with Washington the last 2 years, going a combined total of 21 and 13.
He has consistently worked Marte away. His first at bat, it was a fastball that's borderline on the outside corner that he hit out towards the shortstop area. Was able to beat it out. And then you can see here in an AQC tracer all the pitches away from him.
This will be pitch number 7. Iannetta at first. Slow roller. Correa will step and throw. Turns the double play. Well done. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 5th. We talk about it all the time. A game of inches for the ball players. How about, oh, jeez, I should have let my nails grow a little bit longer. 4-game set. Astros lead at 3-0. Couple home runs for them. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. Great weather coming up. It'll be partly cloudy, about 69 on Monday. Tuesday, sunny, 76. Wednesday, 79 and sunny, as the Mariners will be welcoming in the Tampa Bay Rays, and then the Angels come to town. And next weekend, 79, 79, and 76, the forecasted temperatures. Hey now.
Tough news for the Angels, by the way. Garrett Richards, he's going to need Tommy John surgery, out for the year. And Felix always has a good time in the dugout.
He's always picking on somebody. Cano will not be able to get that base hit off the bat of Jason Castro. You mentioned Castro had been a real hot hitter. He couldn't buy a break coming into Seattle, but hitting .514 on base percentage in the last 11 games and a .320 batting average.
I heard the news about Garrett Richards this morning. Tough break for the Angels. But then I also had a chance to see Tim Lincecum, University of Washington.
He could pick up?
They're saying that somebody's going to the Giants, and now the Angels are in play. The Dodgers, I heard. So he had a day where he went out and I think it threw 30 pitches or something like that.
Oh boy, here's Altuve. Going to be run down by Martin.
So Tim might catch on with somebody.
I think Andrew Heaney trying to
Yeah.
avoid Tommy John surgery, but he's got elbow issues with the Angels as well. You might notice we get a little uptight when Altuve comes to bat.
Every time he hits it, I would agree. Lincecum, though, they said he was throwing 91. Saw him spin a couple of curveballs up there. He looked good.
Well, smart move on his part to stay in shape, because you notice this kind of thing happens all the time. Still a big favorite in San Francisco. Here's George Springer. Fly to center deep. And a strikeout. Through the right side, base hit for Springer. Castro will hold at second. Michael Guipe came on in the 3rd inning. Stranded a runner there, stranded a runner in the 4th.
And then he gets the first pitch fastball, hits it through the hole on the right side.
These are the first 2 hits he's given up since coming in.
Gonna bring up Correa. Correa with a solo home run, his 5th. It came back in the 1st inning. Walked his last time up.
First time in the ball game that either team has had 2 men aboard.
Last time up with Guipe on the mound, he pitched him inside the entire time, ended up walking him.
Ball 1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Look out. You know, he doesn't have a chokehold on the bat.
No, he's a little more stick 'em on there, though.
Guipe trying to hold the fort here at 3-0 Astros. Keep the Mariners in position for a couple quick strikes and get back in this ball game.
38 pitches for Guipe so far, 23 strikes. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
One 1 to count to Correa. In there for strike. 1 and 2. American League Rookie of the Year, Carlos Correa. That's a soft serve in the right center field. Getting a wave on is Castro. Throw to the plate. Safe. Taking second on the throw. Correa. Scoring is Castro. Going from first to third, Springer.
Second RBI for Correa. We saw it last night. Castro does not run well, and Seth takes a chance here, throwing it in the air all the way to home, trying to get Castro, and they had a play on him. But he almost slowed down for his slide, and it gave Iannetta a chance to put a tag on him.
Yeah, oh, that leg plugged a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Colby Rasmus, couple of men aboard. One out. Infield drawn in. That's hit well. Deep to center. Martin, nice catch.
He covers some ground out there.
Man, he has had a heck of a night. Kept him busy. That's going to pick up a run. Colby Rasmus with his 23rd RBI, scoring easily as Springer. 5-0 Astros.
I thought this was over his head for sure. You can see him in center field. He takes off and turns right away, and then just outruns it.
Good work. Mariners now have a 5-0 hole. Kevin Gaddis the hitter. Gaddis tonight reached on an error by Marte and flied out to deep left center field. Oh, 2.
Mike Montgomery getting loose in the pen. Whitebay now at 43 pitches, 28 strikes.
Pitched 2 scoreless innings, and now he's been touched up for 2. 2 runs here in the 5th.
Astros 2 for 3 runners in scoring position tonight.
Swing and a miss. Iannetta will throw down to first, and that'll do it. 2 runs for the Astros, 3 hits, leave a man, and the lead is now 5-0. Here's a bunt laid down. Stay fair. It doesn't. 1-1. Thanks, Brett.
If he had been able to get that on the grass, it would have been an easy base hit for him. Had a couple of bunt base hits in Oakland. So he's been trying it a little bit more as of late.
Well, the 9-1-2 combination tonight in the batting order for the Mariners, 0 for 5 this evening.
And we talked about it on the pregame show last night. 9-1-2. Martin, Aoki, and Seth Smith, they were on the bases 10 times last night.
Hanging up for Springer. 1 out. Beginning the 3rd time around against Doug Fister.
He's in good shape with his pitch count. 74 pitches. 46 of those for strikes. In his first outing against the Mariners at Safeco Field, he had 7 walks. Tonight, just the 1. Mariners also hit a couple of home runs off of him.
Slow breaking ball to Nori, ball 1. Texas now a 5-0 lead at Detroit. Ball 2. Reno to Nori. Seth Smith on deck. He's 0 for 2.
Mike Montgomery continues to throw in the Mariner pen, so it looks like that'll be it for Guipe. Montgomery going to take over. He'll pitch the bottom of the 6th. There's Mike.
He's been a good addition to the Mariners, and he has really heated up here in the last week to 10 days. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Correa charges. Throws him out. 2 away here in the 6th. This Mother's Day, get the perfect gift for mom at the Mariners Team Store. Take advantage of 25 to 50% off select caps, apparel, and souvenirs. Sale's going to end Sunday, so head to your nearest Mariners Team Store right now. Smitty's up there 0 for 2 with a fly to center and a ground out to short.
And Houston will put the shift on with Seth hitting.
Slow breaking ball,
Seen
70
a lot
miles
of
an hour.
Yeah, Cornell is 69 tonight. And he's thrown quite a few of those breaking balls, especially early in the count, just trying to steal a strike with it.
And he did not like that one. 0-2 hole, 2 outs, nobody on. A run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the 5th for the Astros. Ball 1. Mariners looking for their 5th consecutive win. Bouncing ball right to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take it himself, and Doug Fister throws a 1-2-3-6. He's enjoying a 5-0 lead. catch. And Felix Hernandez, he pitches on Monday. A little restless. He's got his work in, so it's now time to play with Yoshi Nakazawa, the assistant athletic trainer. And Yoshi's not having anything. He's just not going to take it. You're the king? Hey, have some of this.
Yeah, you want to cool off? Here you go. Now keep in mind, those two go at it all the time.
Oh, my goodness. From dugout, clubhouse to plane.
Yeah, never stops with them. I think Yoshi got the best of it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty normal condition of a dugout. If you're a home, house, and garden neat freak, don't pay attention to a dugout, because that's one of the real illest places on the planet, if you will.
Mike Montgomery going to take over for the Mariners.
Carlos Gomez, the hitter. Had a fun time talking to Mike Hampton, bullpen coach. Loves what Montgomery's done in his conversion. Instead of working about 4 or 5 pitches like he did with us as a starter, 2 or 3 make him work, and he attacks people.
Well, you can see with the 2.63 ERA, he's pitched well. Fastball 94 to 95, mixing a curveball and a changeup with it. It's interesting the way Scott Service has worked that out as far as the starters and the relievers. When you say Mike Hampton, the bullpen coach, he's in charge of all those guys out there. More times than not, you'll see that the pitching coach, which is Mel Stottlemyre, will have his hand in everything, but that's not the way they've worked it out. Mel basically stays with the starters, and Mike works with the relievers, and it certainly has worked out well for the Mariners doing it that way.
Mike Hampton, some great years with this Houston Astros organization.
Mel's done a good job with the starters going into tonight. As far as the rotation goes, they were second in ERA in the American League behind Chicago.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Mike Montgomery now 9 shutout innings over his last 6 games. This Monday, enjoy family fun, and Felix on the mound for only $12. The team's going to return home to host the race at 7:10, and you can take in all the action. $12 view level seats courtesy of BECU. So get ready to cheer on the King Felix, by getting your tickets right now at Mariners.com.
I wonder how many Griffey jerseys we're going to see over the course of the summer.
It's going to be fun.
Yep.
The countdown to Junior going to Cooperstown at 80 days, Sunday, July 24th. Well, Buena. Okay, to catch up to 95. Well, I know one thing. On the day he goes in, on the 24th of July, we will be in Toronto, and I will be wearing my cap backwards. 2-1.
I like it.
Marte's there.
Mariners had the shift on with Valbuena hitting, and he ended up hitting right into it. Marte playing up the middle. Well, he hits it right through the legs of Montgomery. Ooh. And he does. Just missed his foot. And an easy hop for Marte.
Brings up switch hitter Marwin Gonzalez, 2-run homer. He had a 3-0 green light in the second with a man aboard. Homer to right field. First home run in his career after 25 solo blasts that he hit a home run with a man aboard.
Switch hitter hit the home run left-handed and turned around and hit right-handed against Montgomery.
Texas has defeated Detroit. It's a 5-1 final. Drive deep to left. Okay, not going to get it. Martin plays the rebound and will get it in. Gonzalez having a good day. Home run and now a double.
Going to get a fastball, 94 in the middle of the plate, belt high. I think he was able to jam him just enough. Didn't quite get all of it. Kept it in the ballpark.
2 outs, man at second. Brings up Jason Castro. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out the short. Single to right and scored. That was in the 5th inning. Breaking for third. Throw to third. Gonzalez. Meet. Got him. Inning over. So it makes the third out at third base. It's 5-0 Astros. Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo only at Jack in the Box. Nighttime is falling on Houston. Comfortable temperatures here. Humidity, which generally can absolutely sap your strength. If not a factor, the roof is open for the second consecutive night. Anticipate having the roof open for all 4 ball games. Here's Robinson Cano to get things started in the 7th. He's 1 for 2. He swung at the first pitch each time up. He singled to center in the first, grounded out in the 4th. Robbie, Nelson Cruz, and Kyle Seager 3, 4, and 5 against Doug Fister, who struck out 3, walked 1.
For Fister, 85 pitches, 52 strikes. Really been mixing it up. Slow curveball. Pretty good changeup, and there's a changeup for a strike. And a good two-seamer tonight.
Along with Cano's hit in the first, an infield hit by Marte in the 3rd, and that's it for the Mariners to this point. 1-1.
It looks like Steve Johnson recently called up when we were in Oakland, going to get an opportunity to pitch. He's getting loose in the pen.
Mike Hampton, bullpen coach on the right.
.65 miles an hour on that curveball.
It's pitching like a 42-year-old, not a 32-year-old, with all these eephus pitches, or near eephus pitches. Backhanded by Correa. 1 away. Hey, Mariner fans, your local Ford store is hosting a peanut butter drive at Safeco Field on May 14th. Ford dealers in the Pacific Northwest are helping local community food banks to make sure no child goes hungry this summer. Fans attending the game on May 14th against the Angels, they bring their unopened peanut butter donation to Safeco Field to contribute to the Forward Focus on Child Hunger campaign. Cruz 0 for 7 in this series. Strikeout and a fly to right so far for Nelly. He did go as they check with Ben May, 1-2.
He didn't think so. Been a couple of calls that he hasn't liked. It's like guys in the dugout's got service, letting the umpires hear about it. It's rare to see Nelson complain. And we'll take a look, see if he checked his swing, and I think he did.
1-2. Hitting. Cruz is aboard, 1 out. And Nelson has been hit 5 times now. That's the most on the ball club.
Fastball that isn't really close. You can see it running in on him. He hit his back elbow.
Seager took Springer to the track in right center field. His last time up, that was in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Another drive, right center field, long run, Springer, Gomez. No, he didn't get it. Here's Cruz to third. He'll stop there. Second and third Mariners, 1 out here in the 7th.
That'll be a double for Kyle. Looks like it was on a changeup. It was out in front of a changeup. Gomez was playing towards left center field, not able to run it down.
So second and third here. Brent Strom, pitching coach, coming out.
I wonder if maybe he lost it in the lights. That was awkward to watch him trying to go for that dive.
He's generally a lot smoother than that.
Yeah.
Double for Seager is 7th. Adam Lind, the hitter.
That Neshek just getting loose in the pen for the Astros, sidearm right-hander.
Adam Lind today is lined out to right and struck out. He's 0 for his last 6. One home run on the season for Adam Lind. He hit it against Houston back home on the 27th. 7-4 Astros win. And they got it off of Tony Sipp, who's not here tonight. 2-0. Three-0 to Adam. On deck hitters Chris Iannetta. Here's Chris. And he wasn't part of a lefty. He wants to deal with the right-hander. Bases are loaded. Second walk this evening by Doug Fister.
And I think Castro was just buying some time for Neshek to get loose. And here comes A.J. Hinch, the manager.
But Houston's lost 8 games in which it had the lead so far this season. In Seattle with bases loaded. When we come back, chance to do some damage here for the Mariners' 7th inning action. Walker got the start tonight and had to leave after 2 innings. Neck spasm. It's a tough blow for the youngster. 2 innings of 2 hit, 3-run ball, 1 earned, no walks, no strikeouts in 35 pitches.
Now you could tell early on that he just didn't look right. Was able to get through the first inning, gave up the 1 solo home run, but then in the second inning he started to take more and more time in between pitches, and we never see that from him. Typically he gets right back on the mound right away. Fastball was only 90-91 miles an hour. 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned through 35 pitches. But here in neck spasms, that was good news, because when he left the game we weren't sure what was wrong with him.
Here's Pat Neshek. Iannetta's 2 for 3 with a homer against him. Flip side, Neshek's been tough on right-handers, holding them to a 111 batting average. 1.8 this year, 186 career.
4.5 ERA, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks in 8 innings. Opponents hitting 148, but he's given up 3 home runs.
Line drive. Oh no, what a catch! Oh my goodness! Carlos Correa absolutely robs Iannetta.
May have knocked the wind out of him too. Iannetta hit it as hard as you can possibly hit it. It's a hooking line drive working its way away from Correa. You can see where he's playing, and it's hit right on the button. A step and a dive.
Oof. Luckily, Nelly was holding at third, but paying attention. Man, oh man, ball's almost behind him too. It's a serious extension, no double up opportunities. Yikes. So 2 outs. And that'll bring up Marte. He's 0 for 2 against Pat Neshek.
He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Man, what a play. Strike 1. There he goes. Some good work last night by the fellas. See if he can find some green out there. Stopped by Castro. Sheck 1-1 to Marte. Line drive. He's not going to glove that one down into the corner. Cruz scores right behind them. Seager coming to third. Lynn getting a wave on. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. A 3-run triple. Ketel Marte. And here come the Mariners in the 7th. Another big 2-out knock for the Mariners. For Marte, his first triple of the season, runs his RBI total to 7.
Huge hit to get him back in the ball game after Iannetta was robbed by the great play from Correa. And take a look at it. Trying to go to the inside corner. Runs back onto the plate. Good swing by Marte as he hits the line drive down into the corner. How about Adam Lind coming all the way around from first?
Big rumble.
Yeah.
57 2-out runs, number 1 in the AL. This one popped up, playable. Gonzalez is there. But the Mariners do get on the board. Martin not happy with himself, but Marte got the job done as the Mariners continue as they nibble away as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, if you had Washington's lottery, the lottery mobile app, this break in the action would be the perfect time to check your winning numbers. So play today. Good to see the Mariners get on the board here. Ketel Marte, the youngster, coming up big, a 2-out triple. First runs of the evening for the Mariners. See if the bullpen can continue to hold down the fort here. They did give up a couple of runs back in the second Guipe, but I'm going to ask Mike Montgomery to post a couple of zeros here and give the Mariners some more late inning opportunities. Marte with his first triple of the season. Montgomery, who came on in the 6th, will face Jason Castro, Jose Altuve, and George Springer. Ball 1 to Castro, who singled to right his last time up. He's 1 for 2.
Still can't get over that catch by Correa.
Oh my goodness. One of the better plays we've seen in many a year.
May have saved the game for him. That ball gets through, and then you have Marte hitting that triple. Make things a little more interesting. But it's good to see the Mariners right back in this one. And we've seen this from them a lot. Late in games, they've done such a good job of scoring runs.
And Marte having a great road trip. Defensively, offensively, did make one error. There's a line drive left field. Norrie's there. So 1 away. And line drive. Wear what the pros wear Friday, May 13th. Mariners replica Sox night when the Mariners meet the Angels. First 20,000 fans pick up a pair of striped socks that look just like the ones the Mariners wear on the field. So visit Mariners.com for tickets. One away here in the home seventh. Brings up Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve been sensational in this early part of the year. Very difficult to believe, but he's been held hitless 8 times in the first 29 games for the Astros, and he's 0 for 3 here tonight. 6th in batting average, tied for the home run lead. Tied second in hits with Manny Machado, first in total bases, double stolen bases, second in on-base percentage, and first in slugging. Good grief.
Well, good pitches from Montgomery. Started with a changeup, swung through it, and then a fastball at 95 on the outside corner. That one on the inside corner at 90. Looked like a cutter.
One out with Altuve in an 0-2 hole. Springer on deck. Astros get a run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the 5th. Early home run power. Correa, solo blast. Gonzalez a 2-run shot. 5th inning, they get an RBI single from Correa and a sac fly from Kobe Rasmus. Counts going to 3-2. Montgomery 3-2 pitch. Walked in.
This with a changeup. He'll have to work, keep Altuve close to first and try to give Iannetta a chance to throw him out. Altuve 10 stolen bases on the year.
And caught just once.
Bring up George Springer, 1 for 3. Got a single to right field and scored a run.
Bounce the strike zone. 0-1. Altuve caught stealing by the Brewers back on April 10th.
As far as left-handers go, Mike has an average move to first.
1-1. Going to keep Springer extending his arms. 2-1.
His best fastball so far, but missed with it. 96 miles an hour.
I liked your observation last night about Altuve. He can take that walking lead and be at full speed in a heartbeat.
Well, you can't take it for granted, because if you look at him, he's not getting much of a lead right now, but you have to make him stop. He'll start walking off the base and just take off. We've seen that a couple of times over the years.
Rich Dower, the first base coach, former Baltimore Oriole. Ground ball through the hole, base hit. Here come the Astros, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-hit night for Springer. They bringing up the dangerous Carlos Correa.
He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate. 95 miles an hour, finds a hole on the left side.
Correa, a home run, a walk, and an RBI single. And a great defensive play, so he's impacted big time in this ball game.
He's been watching Mike, and he knows he has a good fastball tonight. Maybe a couple of changeups away, see if he can get him to hit a ground ball. Get a double play and get out of this inning. Houston so far 2 for 4 tonight, runners in scoring position. Fans don't like it, and Mike certainly isn't going to get Altuve with that move. Done it twice in a row. All he's doing is letting Altuve know that he's paying attention and aware that he's over there.
Pitch here to Correa. Through the hole, base hit. Nori charges. They'll hold Altuve at third. The bases are loaded.
And it was another fastball in the middle of the plate. It's at the top of the strike zone, but center cut. Correa now 3 for 3 with a home run. He's also walked. Mel Stottlemyre, pitching coach, going to make a trip out to the mound.
They got Castro to line out to left, then a walk to Altuve on a 3-2 pitch.
Steve Johnson getting loose again. He's already been up once in the ball game, so it shouldn't take him very long.
Springer and Correa with base hits, load them up. Mel using his entire 30 seconds.
He's also buying a little bit of time. After Rasmus and a couple of right-handed hitters in Gaddis and Gomez due up. He's trying to get Steve a chance to get loose in the pen. Rasmus hit the ball hard. His last time up was a first pitch fastball. Hit it to the warning track in center field. Martin was able to run it down. It turned out to be a sacrifice fly for him.
One out, bases loaded. Strike one. Mariners in much need of a double play here. Wow, what a save. One of the better ones Ionette has made this season. That's saying a lot because he's been busy.
It was a breaking ball. Looked like the curveball in the right-hand hitter's batter's box. Well off the plate. Still able to get in front of it.
Montgomery set, 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. Man, oh man. Use one here. Strikeout wouldn't be too shabby either.
Left-handed hitters are hitting 200 against Montgomery on the year, 4 for 20.
Here we go, 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top half of this inning, a 3-run triple by Ketel Marte. The Mariners back in this game, 5-3. Now the Astros have them loaded. 1 out. That's in Bell Cano. They get the lead runner. Safe. One scores. Altuve scoring on a play as they erase Correa. Fielder's choice RBI.
Actually, pretty amazing that they made this close. You can see Cano having to range over, gets rid of it quickly with something on it, and a strong throw from Marte as Rasmus just beats it. Pretty good defense all the way around. Scott Service is going to make a pitching change. It'll be Johnson.
Johnson to get Gaddis here, 6-3. Astros in the lead. We'll return to Houston right after this. My gosh. Ride to the game stress-free from Sound Transit's new Link Light rail stations. Capitol Hill and the UW are now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Good look at some of the mass transit here in Houston, nation's 4th largest city. Game 2 of a 4-game set. The Mariners right now trailing 6-3. Steve Johnson, the new pitcher, his second appearance as a Mariner.
Fastball right around 90. He also has a slow curveball that he'll mix in, use a slider and a changeup. We're going to have a pinch hitter. It looks like Preston Tucker going to hit for Gaddis.
Steve made his Mariner debut on Tuesday in Oakland in the Mariners' 8-2 victory, mopped up in the 9th. So Preston Tucker, we saw him in last night's game, went 1 for 2. Got a double in the 9th inning. Runners at the corners.
Mariners have the shift on with Tucker hitting. Martin, the center fielder, shading towards right center, so they expect him to pull the ball. See what he's done pinch hitting this year, 1 for 8 with 4 strikeouts.
Ball 1. 8 of Tucker's 13 hits this year and 40 of his 86 hits. Been for extra bases in his career. Gotta be careful. Into the press print area. Ryan Divish got it. He made the catch. In the Seattle Tribune. The Seattle Times, beg your pardon, Seattle Times. There you go, Divish. There he is. Didn't spill his beverage either. One run in here in the 7th. Trying to get the 3rd out here. Popped it up. Cano's under it. Good pitch by Steve Johnson. Astros get a run on 2 hits. No errors, leave 2. To the 8th inning we go. Mariners time running short at 6-3 Houston. Game set. And make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light refrigerator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Top of the order, 8th inning against Will Harris. Tough right-hander.
He's pitched well for the Astros this year. This will be his 14th appearance. 0.66 ERA. 12 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 13 2/3. Opponents hitting 176. Be the top of the lineup for the Mariners. Aoki, Smith, and Cano are due up.
First pitch to Nori. Brushes him back. Harris. Nice little run. He's on 12 consecutive scoreless appearances, covering 12 and a third innings. 1 walk, 8 hits in that time. A looper. Rasmus Henny played perfectly. CenturyLink, what's next? Who's smiling? Takes on the King Felix when we come back on Monday. Felix looking for the bounce back after a tough outing in Oakland the other day. Weather is going to be good for this next homestand, and I thank the folks for coming out. About 120,000 strong in the last homestand, the last weekend that we were at home. We'll pick up where we left off when we get back on Monday. Seth Smith 0 for 3 tonight. We got a piece of that for a strike. Tough go for Seth tonight, 0 for 3, just 2 for 17 on the homestand, but on the road trip. Last night, a huge 2-run single in the 7th. Oh, 2 pitch. Smith looking for his first hit against Will Harris. He's 0 for 7. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Elevated a fastball in the inside corner. Seth a little bit late, swings under it.
Cano up there with nobody aboard. Seattle's 9-1-2 hitters. Last night 6 for 11, reaching base 10 times. Tonight 0 for 11. Okie, Smitty 0 for 4, Martin 0 for 3. Cano tonight 1 for 3. First inning single. Center field.
You can see why Harris has been tough. Pretty good curveball, and he's locating his fastball at 93. Not making many mistakes.
Cano 0 for 3 against Harris. Well, Harris 31, born here in Houston. Went to high school just outside of New Orleans and attended LSU. Bobby fights that one off.
Another good fastball on an 0-2 count.
Harrison, his second season with the Astros. He spent the 12th season in Colorado, the next 2 seasons in Arizona. Did not go since last they checked with Las Diaz. 4 previous games, the Mariners offense banged out 12 hits in each of those 4 games, and tonight just 4 hits. Things turn around in baseball. One and 2 the count. Two outs, nobody on here in the 8th.
That was his best fastball. 95 miles an hour again at the top of the strike zone. Left-handed hitters, he's throwing his fastball in on all of them.
Time granted. Astros set up inside, and Robbie sends this one, a slicing bloop that's run down by Gomez. He got a great jump on it, a 1-2-3-8. Mariners are retired. They trail 6-3. That dude is amazing. Absolutely, Brett. Thanks. What a shot. By the way, I still say Nelly got ripped off in that measurement the other day in Oakland. Carlos Gomez leads off against Steve Johnson. Gomez, Valbuena, and Gonzalez here in the 8th. Sacrifice bunt by Gonzalez in the 2nd. Lined out the 1st and the 4th and struck out in the 6th. Luke Gregerson heating up And Gomez is aboard. Are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Oregon? Then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of May. Submit a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey and more. So it's all presented by Country Financial. Official rules, visit rootsports.com. Carlos Gomez aboard.
Mariners were able to get to Gregerson Lynn last night's ball game.
Bueno for 2 with a walk.
Mariners scoring 3 runs in the 9th inning.
Gomez 2 out of 4 in base stealing so far. Marte joining Cano on the right side of the infield. Steve Johnson, the 4th pitcher for the Mariners tonight. Just joining us, Taijuan Walker started, had to leave after 2 innings. Neck spasms. Michael Guipe came in, and followed by Mike Montgomery. Good lead by Gomez. He breaks. Good swung on and popped out. Out of play.
And he had a pretty good jump too. He would have been able to steal it. So a break for the Mariners with Valbuena fouling it off. Going to take off. He knows the ball was hit in the air. He's not sure where. Up in the seats.
He got caught in Seattle trying to find the ball. Lost the ball. And I think got doubled up if I remember correctly. 1-2. 3 called. Valbuena dismissed. 1 out. Game 3 of this series. Tomorrow will bring us Nathan Carnes against reigning Cy Young Award winner Dallas Keuchel.
Keuchel's had his issues. You can see his ERA over 5. Nathan Carnes, his last couple times out, has been really good. Looking for his 4th win.
Good breaking ball. Fastball's been good. CenturyLink bringing that to you.
A lot of life to his fastball.
Two-run homer by Marwin Gonzalez in the 2nd. Had a 3-0 green light. Since then, a ground out to 2nd. And a double off the left field scoreboard. Michael Guipe came on in relief of Walker, went 3 innings, a 3-hit, 2-run ball. Both runs were earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. The Montgomery went an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. A walk and a strikeout. Now Johnson. Way upstairs, 1-1. Coming up in the Mariners, top of the 9th, Cruz, Seager, Lind, 4, 5, and 6. Mariners down 6-3.
"14 pitches for Johnson, 7 strikes.
One away. Mariners would love to turn a double play. Get the comeback started. Mariners got their runs in the 7th. A bases loaded triple by Ketel Marte.
Bigger lead for Gomez.
Johnson's run a 3-1 count.
Gomez certainly has Johnson's attention and starting to lose the strike zone because of it.
Here we go, 3-1. And he walked, strikeout looking, and a walk here in the 8th.
You can see Scott Service. The one thing that he did not want to see in this inning is Jose Altuve. Altuve now is on deck after a couple of walks. So for Johnson right now, he needs to get a double play ball. Altuve is 0 for 3. He walked in the 7th inning and scored a run.
Houston RBIs tonight. Correa's got 2. Kobe Rasmus is knocked in 2, and a 2-run homer by Gonzalez. Castro 1 for 3. Runs scored in the 5th. Ball 1.
And the Astros are 3 for 6 runners in scoring position tonight. For a team that came into the game hitting .217, they've been much better.
They can't find it. 2-0.
Just with a couple of off-speed pitches. Now he's going to have to give in to him with a fastball. Chris Iannetta making a trip out to the mound. 19 pitches, just 7 strikes so far for Johnson. Nobody throwing in the Mariner pen.
Two-0 pitch here to Castro. 2 on. 3-0. He went 3-1 to Gomez. Walked him. Struck out Valbuena. Looking on a 1-2 pitch. Walked Gonzalez on a 3-1 pitch, and he's 3-0 here to Castro. There's a strike. 3-1. One pitch. 3-2. Castro not pleased with that Manny Gonzalez call.
Those last 2 pitches, after not being able to find the strike zone, were perfect. Both of them right on the outside corner.
Two with 2 on. Here we go. 3-2. Cano giving Gonzalez the business. Three and two. Strike three call. 2 outs.
Three really good pitches in a row after struggling with the strike zone. All of them on the outside corner, and this one right at the knees. Good pitch. Castro didn't like it, but it was a good pitch.
Now you have to deal with Jose Altuve, who is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Started the night as the 6th leading hitter in the American League, tied for the home run lead. First in total bases, double stolen bases, second in on base, and first in slugging, so look out. Talking to the coaches, Trey Hillman and Rich Dower, they were marveling at having watched Altuve squat 450 pounds. Like it was nothing. It wasn't one of those fakes. Right. It was going all the way down.
I was surprised to see him take that pitch. Typically he's more
right?
aggressive. Yeah, he likes to swing it.
That hurts to even think about 450 on your back doing squats. Man. Right away and deep. That's how they play him. Bouncing ball foul.
Looks like a breaking ball. It is. Little slider, 80 miles an hour.
The hack. He's only K'd 16 times and 115 at bats coming into tonight's game. One and two. Steve Johnson to Altuve. It's at the right field. Smitty going back on the track to make the catch. Here we go. 9th inning. Cruz, Seager, Lind. Mariners down 6-3. Gregerson, their closers, in, and he'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the order.
6 for 6 in save opportunities, a 3.75 ERA. Came into the game yesterday when it was tied. The Mariners were able to knock him around the park. Mariners scoring 3 runs in the 9th.
Strike one to Nelson Cruz, who struck out, flied to right, and was hit by a pitch.
Gregerson, sinker slider. Fastball will be 90 to 92 miles an hour. There's the slider right on the outside corner.
Cruz just 1 for 12 with a homer. A homer against Gregerson. Bouncing ball to Correa. Ooh, what a hop. Stays with it. 1 out.
And that will bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle is 1 for 3. Had a double in the 7th inning and scored a run.
With that double, Kyle extended his hitting streak to 7 ball games. He's 4 for 11 against Gregerson. Correa moving back to the left side, second base. Gomez will not get this. Base hit. Two-hit night for Kyle Seager.
Gets a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Take a look at Kyle's swing. And jammed him a little bit, but he'll take the base hit. Mariners need another base runner.
Mr. Lynn tonight lined out to right, strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Mariners got the 3 runs in the 7th, a bases loaded triple by Ketel Marte. Strike one to Adam. Lynn 0 for 2 against Gregerson. Bouncing ball out. Tuve goes to Correa for 1, and they get the double play, and that is your ball game. Mariners 4-game win streak is over. They lose a game in the standings to the Texas Rangers, 5-1 winners. Tonight, Houston Astros, it was their night. They had 3 players, each with 2 runs batted in. A nice performance. Got off to start with a couple of early home runs.
Well, and you mentioned it too. For a little bit of a strange game tonight, the Mariners had won 4 on this road trip. Feeling pretty good about themselves. Unfortunately, their starting pitcher, Taijuan Walker, had neck spasm, was only able to go 2 innings. Taijuan gave up a couple of home runs before he left the ballgame. An error also hurt him. And the Mariners offensively just were not